Hello, welcome to episode 29 of the Mel-Tran Designs podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry and on Flirt. I'm Mel-Tran Designs, and I'm also on Instagram as Mel-Tran Designs. Let me see, we have a group on Ravelry called Mel-Tran Designs. Do you see a theme here? Anyway, welcome. If this is your first time, thank you for trying it out. If it's not your first time, thank you for coming back. Grab your knitting or spinning, especially if you're doing tour de fleece, and get comfortable. I'm knitting today on my sock. I'm almost done, which I'll talk about later in my works in progress. So right now I'm going to talk about happenings this week. First of all, I just got done with my kickboxing class. Remember, I said last week that that we had joined the Nampa Rec Center, and so Anansi went with me tonight, and it was a blast. And I wanted to record really quick before I shower and all that, because I'm not going to record with my hair all wet and weird, and I don't want to wait till really late tonight. Anyway. So I decided to record, and then I'll shower while it's converting and all that. I know, you wanted to know all that, right? Okay, let me see. I went to Zumba, too, and Anansi went to that with me to that. She went, and I went at the same time. Good grief. So, that was fun. Anyway, I'm going regularly, and it feels good to be doing something on a regular basis, more than clogging, I guess. Anyway. Alright, what else? I finished recovering from all of my travel, is what I've done for the last week, and I'm not even kidding. It was so much back to back that it took me a while to kind of get over it and get just back in the swing of normal, paying bills, getting paid, going grocery shopping, all that kind of stuff. Let's see, last week on Tuesday, I had one of my one-on-one private lessons for clogging, and that was fun. I have some specific exercises that he's having me do. One of them includes lunges. I hate lunges. They are the devil. They are evil, evil things, but they strengthen the muscles that I need to strengthen for moving up a level in clogging. So I do between 5 and 10 a couple times a day, just here and there. Really, I hate them. So I don't do a ton, but I do them throughout the day. So anyway, moving on. On Saturday, I got to go up to a little town called Sweet. It's actually not even a town. It's a I looked it up because I was curious. It's a community, and what's the word? I can see it in my head. Anyway, it's just a community. It's not an actual town. It's north of an actual town. Anyway, super nice, cute little place. I think you might remember a couple months ago I went and took pictures of that triangle loom and the wild turkeys and stuff like that. Anyway, we went to a restaurant there. They have a nice back room that they let people just borrow, for the day or whatever. So that was a lot of fun. Got to meet some new people, eat some yummy treats. I should have brought it over here with me. I bought some goat milk soap from one of the gals who raises the goats and makes it herself. I wanted to just try it out. I love my Wolf Farms soap, and I'm not cheating on her, Dawn. But I just wanted to try it out, and it smelled good. So anyway, what else did I do? Oh, Saturday night, we went to the Twilight Criterium, which is a bike race. It's a part of downtown is all blocked off, and the track is just up a few blocks over one or two, and then back. I think it's four or five blocks up, one or two over, and then it's, anyway, our brother-in-law races. And I talked about this last month when we went to his race that was here in Nampa. Well, this was kind of the bigger one. He was moved up to pro, so he's competing at the pro level now, which was really cool. And man, those guys are going fast. Jake heard from him the next day, and he said that for the whole race, they were averaging 35 miles an hour, and then in the last 5 laps, they were going 40 miles an hour on a bicycle. I cannot even imagine riding that fast on a bike. That just blows my mind. And there were no big accidents. There was one wipeout right at the beginning, but it wasn't bad. Everybody got back up and went on. And anyway, so we did that. He did great. He finished kind of right in the middle, which I think he wasn't happy with it, but you know, he's really critical of himself. We were excited for him because it was his first time, you know, racing at pro. And I found out on Sunday from Jake again that a couple of the guys that were racing that night had raced in the Tour de France in the past. So that's the type of caliber of rider that he was up against. So that was fun. Then Sunday night we went over to my aunt and uncle's house for my aunt's 40th birthday party, and got to be with family. And I love my dad's side of the family. We get together and have so much fun. And so anyway, that was a great time. And what else has been going on? I've been working on trying to get the house cleaned, like for real clean, not just move stuff and wipe it down. Like everything needs to have a place. And if I can't figure out a place for it, either it's gone out of the house, or the place where I want it to be, that thing needs to move. Like everything in the house will have a place. I'm done. So I have to be careful because my back is still weak. That's why a big reason why I'm doing kickboxing is because I need to strengthen it. But I have to be careful how long I clean at a time. So I don't ever clean for more than 20 minutes. And what I've been doing is at 10 in the morning, I clean for 20 straight minutes, like really hardcore clean. And then throughout the day, as I go from room to room doing whatever, I find something to throw away, put away, take to somewhere else, you know, whatever, and do that. And it's working really well. It's not going as fast as if I were to just clean for 8 hours, but if I cleaned for 8 hours, I wouldn't clean again for a month. So I'm doing it at the pace that I know is realistic for me. Part of the reason I'm really motivated is because we've decided to kind of change things up at the house a little bit. To the left of me over here is the end of our dining room and a family room, a sunken family room that we don't use. It's like seriously a whole room that we just don't even use anymore. So what we've decided to do is build a whole wall, put a door right there, and make that into mine and Jake's room, so that each of the kids can be at the other end of the house and they can have their own room, and then everything in the house will be used. All the rooms in the house will be used. So, but we need the house to be clean before we can do that. We have quite a few things we need to do first. So, yeah, the end goal is to be able to have a 4th bedroom. We still only have the 1 bathroom, and I cannot figure out any way that we can add another one. So we're just going to have to stay stuck with that, but oh well. Lastly, I've been trying to figure out what classes I'm going to do for the fall and probably into the spring. I have a list that I was writing down today on the back of a receipt. We're high tech in our house, let me tell you what. I had cleaned out my purse and the stuff was sitting over here on the table, and I was like, ooh, there's some paper. So here's some ideas for classes that I'm going to be teaching, and I need to talk to my students and see which ones. I'm going to put together an email and send it out and see what they want to do for classes. And yeah, because leading into coming up / what's going on, one of the things coming up that I would like to go to, I know this is going to skip a few months, but I want to go to the retreat that Heather and Katie are putting on in Maine at the end of October. In order to do that, I need to teach more classes and I need to sell more patterns. So I need to figure out what classes I'm teaching and I need to get them going post-haste. So going on, what's going on / what's coming up. What's going on now is Tour de Fleece. It is done this coming up Sunday, June 21st. So even if you haven't been spinning up until now, jump in. No time like the present, right? So start spinning or keep spinning. You'll see that I've made quite a bit of progress over the last week and 2 days since I podcasted last, and I hope you're doing well too. Also, what's going on now is the Even Star Knit Along in my group. I have not started because I don't have yarn. And I know that my rainbow is not going to work out, so now I'm on the search, for Even Star yarn. I don't want to buy more yarn. I really, really don't. But I don't really have a choice. I do have one skein of lace weight that is enough, but I don't want to use that particular skein just because of the fiber content. So, I know, I'm picky, right? Anyway, I'll probably go through Sassy Sheep. I know I said last week Highland Handmaids, maybe her too. I haven't decided yet. It's one of those two, I'm sure. Sassy Sheep, I know, has some nice stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll probably end up going with neither, and you'll find out when I get the yarn. Let's see what else is going on, or coming up, I guess. August 1st to September 30th is going to be a different knit along that is, it's going to be just a 2-month. The Even Star is just kind of, it goes until everyone's done. And if you are watching this 6 months from now, you know, in February or whenever 6 months is that, yeah, jump in. I'm sure it'll still be going on. But August 1st to September 30th is a celebration of surviving Tour de Fleece, and it's Knit with Your Hands Spun Knit Along. I left the prizes over there. You saw them last week. It's the blue spruce fiber and then the rusty bucket yarn from Lorna's Laces. So those are the two. Go back to last week's episode and watch. Those are the two things that are set for giveaways right now. If you want to give something away, you know, if you want to donate a prize or whatever, let me know, because that would be awesome. All right. I think that's everything. And October, I have one retreat for sure. The one that's here, not too far away, that Judith McKenzie is going to be at. And then the one I'm trying to go to that Heather and Katie are putting on in Maine. All right, works in progress. Well, I'm working on one of them because it's actively a work in progress again. And it is my self-striping Let Me Love You socks by Fiber Nymph Dye Works. I'll hold it up here in a second. I needed to finish a few last few stitches there. Both socks are done, the body of them. And this sock I'm putting the Afterthought heel on right now. And this one is actually finished. I know, you're like, wait, there's needles in it. I didn't have my Notion bag sitting here when I finished it, so I can't Kitchener the heel. So I stuck my size 0 needles on just kind of as stitch holders. But it is done completely. So as you can see, I'm to the white here, and then I just have the pink. It's just a basic toe-up vanilla sock on 64 stitches on size 1s, which is a 2.25. That's my standard size. And then I'm doing an Afterthought heel so that I could keep the stripes. So And I have a ton of yarn left. Like a ton. Nope. If I can go the right way there. So yeah, this will be enough for, I don't even know, a whole nother pair of socks. Maybe some fingerless mitts that I can't seem to stop knitting. I don't know. So there's that. And like I said, this is Fiber Nymph Dye Works Let Me Love You, which was one of her new Valentine's Day colorways, and it's on her Desire base. I really am sorry, I don't remember the content. It's not normal. I think it's Falkland instead of Merino. In fact, I'm Falkland and nylon. It was a different breed of sheep. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, there we go. Those are almost done. Do you know how long they've been on the needles? Since March. Yeah. Because I got them right after Valentine's Day and started working on them up at the retreat that we had in March. In my life, a pair of socks has never taken this long. Never. Even my beaded lace knee highs that I made for Sock Summit didn't take that long. I love making socks. Leading up to Zombie Knit Apocalypse, I had so many shawls that I had to make that these weren't even in my purse. Like, they just got bumped. So I'm so happy to almost have them done, and then I'm going to start my Care Bear with Fangs socks. Yay. Okay, moving on. What else am I working on? My sweater. For those of you who have been with me since the beginning, or have watched me from the beginning, or watched my first 5 or 6 episodes, at least, you will recognize this sweater because it's my big blue balls. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, mostly ladies and a couple gentlemen. The blue balls are back, and they're back to stay until the sweater is done. Yes, the ball looks funky. Why is that, you ask? Because I pulled the sweater out. Fret not. I started it again. I decided to change up a couple of things, and so I pulled it out and started over. I am this far, which is a few inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 inches into it. I love this yarn. I know I've said it before when I was working on it, but isn't it so pretty, the blues? And it's a very, very sturdy, hefty yarn. It's a bulky weight, but it doesn't have that big, chunky, like obnoxious chunky look to it. Here, let me put it next to me so you can kind of see the proportion of it. Anyway, this is being knit on size 9. Yeah, I'm knitting on a size 9. A normal person will knit it on a size 10. I have to go down a needle size always. So I did the seed stitch in an 8 and went up to a 9. And when I write the pattern, I will use a 9 and a 10 because I know that I'm one below what normal people can get. So anyways, that is also going on, and that touches a little bit on design. I'm not going to talk a lot about what's coming up with it because I would like to protect it. Not that I think someone's going to steal necessarily, but I don't want to give the option. I want this to be finished in time to be able to teach it as a class sometime this fall. If not, it will be the January class that I teach. This is in my Knitting's My Bag sweater bag. That is so Gimundo. I got a button at the spin-in. I don't know, you probably can't read it. It says, the best thing about math is knitting. I thought that was perfect for a designer because we do a lot of math. So those are the 2 things on the needles, and like I said, I will be starting some new socks after these are done. And yeah, I really want to get that sweater done. And when I figure out what class I'm going to be teaching first, I will cast that on as well. Moving on to some FOs. I have 2 of them. The first one is so flipping cute. Are you ready for this? Look at these! Kyan wanted some fingerless gloves. I gave Anansi the red pair that I made. I know the ends are sticking out all over the place. I need to weave them in, but Kyan loved Anansi's, and so I surprised her with her own. I might write this up as a pattern, either that or I'll add it in to the cursed cable pattern if somebody wanted to make some, because I'm not going to write like a bajillion sizes for all different kids' sizes. She's 7, so I'll put the stitch count and just say, you know, alter if you need to, kind of thing. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I used a different cable mainly because I needed to use fewer stitches. So this is just a basic, let's see if I can, just a basic twist cable. But I used the same directions for moving it. Just simplified the cable a little. So it's a not quite cursed cable. It's knits. This is Knit Picks Felici, which is their self-striping yarn. I think it's a merino nylon, you know, just regular soft yarn blend. They are almost exact. I know that one looks longer. It's not actually. I mean, there we go. They have the exact same number of repeats. I just was a little bit off on the purple. So anyway, very close. She doesn't care. The other FO I have is the sweater I was working on last week. The one by Spartacus Dye Works. Spartacus Dyes, I guess is what it is. Let me scoot back here so I can show it to you. It is a short sweater. This is 55% BFL, 45% alpaca. I was picturing the animal going, okay, it's not going to look great with my t-shirt, but you can still get an idea. So let's see. Let's make sure. Why is it? There we go. It's like, why is it off center? So you can see that it's not a full, like I said, it's not a full length sweater. So here's where my back goes down to my butt, where my pants sit. So I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. The other day when I wore it to the spin-in, I had a shawl pin that what I did was I crossed it, because with it being a yoke top, it kind of does a V-neck. So I crisscrossed it and then used the shawl pin that I had, which was actually like a big safety pin kind of thing, to hold it closed, kind of like that. So anyway, I haven't decided if I'm going to put buttons on it yet or not. I'm thinking about it, but I haven't decided yet. So anyway, this is 2 skeins of that base. I don't remember the name of the base. I really am bad. I apologize, Mary. If you're watching this, I'm really sorry. Anyway, if you are interested in this base, contact Mary. Like I said, it's Spartacus Dyes on Etsy, or she's Mary Gayle, Marigayle. Contact her. She can give you all the information. What I did, I don't remember if I told you last week how I had knit it, because I knew I wouldn't have enough for a full-length sweater. So I cast on about 1 inch below, provisionally cast on about 1 inch below the armpits. And just, I did some stockinette with the seed stitch edging on the front. I just knit it with it. And then stopped there. I did 4 rows of seed stitch for the arms and then attached them and followed the directions for the yoke top. And then when I got to the top, I think I just did 3 rows of seed stitch just right there at the top. And then what I did was I picked up the provisional cast on and just, well, I picked it up and I knew that I needed to decrease, because if I kept it the same size, it was just going to stick out everywhere, because it didn't have my hips to go down to sit on. So I figured out that the difference between my bust measurement and my under bust measurement is 3 inches. So, and I was getting 4 stitches to the inch. So what I did was decreased 4 stitches every other row 3 times to decrease that, and then just knit straight in stockinette until I was almost out of yarn, and then did 1, 2, 3, looks like just 3 again. 3 rows of seed stitch down at the bottom. So anyway, that is how I did that. Go put some lotion on it, and it's in the bathroom. And Lindsay has itchy skin. She has an appointment at the dermatologist next week. I'm tired of dealing with this. We've tried so many things, and it just is not getting better. So anyway, that's how I made this. If you want any more information, I used, I have the book sitting here. Oh, there's a sticker on it. The Knitter's Handy Book of Sweater Patterns by Ann Budd. So I really want to get the top down one, because I love doing top down. Bottom up wasn't bad, because like I said, if you do the provisional cast on, it's kind of like doing top down. I mean, the stockinette part you can just go if you're worried about running out of yarn. So anyway, there's that. I feel like I'm dragging, probably because I'm coming down off of class. Sorry if you guys are bored. I hope you're not. Okay. Spinning. Let's move on. That's all the FOs. I finished the yellow-green. Remember last week I showed you the red-orange of the rainbow that I'm doing. Here's the red-orange. It is set and dry and all that kind of stuff. This is from Fiber Nymph Dye Works, and this was a bag that had 6 different colors. In fact, I have... Alright, I have the bag left here. What's left so far, or what's left over. I had 2 bags of this. It's 1 ounce of each of the 6 colors. And I bought 2 bags of it. So I've been spinning 2 colors and then do a different bobbin of the same 2 colors, and then I apply them together. I have something on my screen. And because that's 4 ounces. So red, orange. And then today, last night I finished this, and then today I nitty-knottied it off of my wheel. Is the yellow-green. It is finished. I have more yellow than green. I tried to be as consistent as I could. Really, I did. And not only do I have more yellow than green, I have more yellow-green than I have red-orange. I have 662 yards here. I have 774 yards here. See why I can't do my even star? Plus, it's more of a fingering weight. It's not going to focus. But trust me when I say, I mean, there are some really thin spots, but it's really averaging more of a fingering weight. And that's fine. Really fine. It's still a little bit damp, so I'm going to leave it open. 100% Polworth, I think I said that. All I have left is the blue and purple, which I just held up, but I want to show you. Oh, this blue is just so gorgeous. I started it, I just wanted to get it started today, and so I did the first kind of strand. This is, I can't get my words. I've already pulled some off that I've been spinning. This is the chunk of it that's left from that. But I love how, like, see right here, it's darker and then lighter. I love the semi-solidness of it. So I just have this and the purple, and then the other blue and purple, and I'm done. And I have until Sunday. Sorry about that. My computer shut down. I'm still having fan issues. Okay, let's see if we can finish up. I was talking about the blue, having till Sunday. Oh, I should be able to finish it, I think. That pretty much was all I was saying, was that I have until Sunday, and if I don't quite finish, that's fine. I'm going to be so close that, I'll finish by next week. So I'm not too worried about it. It's been a lot of fun really focusing on spinning. I'm not going to lie. It's been a lot of fun. So, yeah. All right. Back on the ball here. Moving on to designing. I have my sweater, which I've already shown, and so that's you're going to be seeing progress on that. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about was that my cursed cable mitts are in testing. I have some amazing, amazing testers, and they are already busting through. It's such a fast pattern, and so I cannot wait to get it out to all of you. I don't know what Lisa has in store as far as time frame for all that, but it will be coming soon. So watch for more details. I'm super excited about that pattern. Everywhere I take it, when I put them on, people are like, "Oh my gosh, I have to have that pattern!" So, yay! I hope all of you feel that way too, because I want you all to buy it so I can go to Maine, and because I want you to like it. And that takes us into acquisitions. I have none to show you. I did order 2 Tix Trinkets Better Than a Button mini shawl gems that she makes, but they're not here yet because I just bought them a couple days ago. So those will probably be here, by next week when I podcast again, so I will show you then. So until then, let me think. Let me make sure I covered everything. I think I did. Come join the Ravelry group and add me on Plurk and Instagram, and yeah, I think that's all. So until next time, I hope all of your spinning and knitting dreams come true, and until then, keep knitting!